Hey everyone. This is the Incredible Edible Akinos. I am the founder and executive director of the Black Sex Worker Collective, and this is our October monthly edition update. I'm laughing because I'm crazy. I recorded this video. I did this like 3 takes of this video, and the last one, which was the final long take, I did it and I was like, oh yay, it's great. And then I look at the video and then all you see is like just pretty much my cleavage is talking to you. Like you can hear me, you can see me obviously, but my cleavage is just way too much. And I'm like, I'm not gonna post that up. So then I look to I'm holding the camera to do another take, and then I look behind me and I'm like, you have an entire tripod set up there and you're holding your camera? What is wrong with you? That's because I've been so disconnected from the tripod situation for so many months now. So I'm just, I'm here. So I'm in my home office and you're seeing a lot of things happening, you know, behind. You see Eartha Kitt over there like Jesus with Grace Jones. You can't really make out Grace Jones. And then you see my table, which has way too many things on it. And then on this side, you can kind of see a little bit of organized chaos with my work desk. But whatever. If you're judging me, really don't care. I'm just here to give you our news. So let me just get right into it because I'm tired and I've got a lot of schoolwork to do. Last year of grad school, so wish me luck. Not last year, last semester, excuse me. I present next year and then I'm done. So let me get right into it. Let's see, where did I start before in my long update? So just so you know, BSWC has left Social Environmental Entrepreneurs, also known as C, so they are no longer our official sponsor. We have now moved on to a Black woman-led space known as Rebel Cause Inc. Thank you so much to the DD Delgado for putting us in touch with that group. We're going to be the first group that they take on. This is like an experimental phase, so don't go run into them trying to get fiscal sponsorship, honey, because they're trying us out first and they're going to see how it goes, and maybe they'll take other groups on later on. In the meantime, while we're doing that, BSWC is also going to be working on its own 501c3 status. So that way, in the next year or two, we'll also be able to support other grassroots groups and be able to support their endeavors in being able to have access to their money to do the work that is needed in order to, you know, navigate the world. A note about fiscal sponsors. To all these grassroots spaces and these new groups that are being formed and coming up, please take a moment to research your fiscal sponsor as much as you can. Ask as many questions as is need be. And please, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. There's going to be a bit more information coming out about what exactly is Akinos talking about. But I want to say that I try to work from a harm reduction place. That means keeping myself mainly away from as much harm as possible. We've experienced enough of that within our lives as community members that's doing this work, and we're all, you know, groups living at the margins. You know, we're at the brink of like insanity. So we don't need to put ourselves in any more positions that's going to do us any harm. So I want to tell you all, when you're trying to operate from this harm reduction space, it's not just about what you might do to someone else, and you need to be mindful about that. It's also about the harm that you might inflict on yourself by being hasty and not thinking things through. So when it comes to fiscal sponsors, and I'm not saying anything about anyone, I'm just saying, look, you want to be able to not be put into stressful situations. We don't need any more of that in this community. Moving right along. If you're not following us on social media, you should be. Please follow us on Twitter at the Black SWC. Additionally, follow us on Instagram at the BSWC, and you can even follow my page at Akinos, because what happens there is that a lot of things get posted on those pages before it will be put on the website or even be put in a newsletter. So for the things that don't make it to the newsletter because I'm either too goddamn lazy to do it or we're too stressed out or something like that, you can always follow us on social media, Remember, this is a mainly volunteer space. None of us are actually making a salary doing this. So sometimes we're able to give more some days, and other times we are not. So make sure you follow us on those platforms to keep up with what we're doing. Additionally, I'm going to start trying to make sure that we put out a little bit more information in these newsletters. I'm going to try to make sure that we put out more newsletters. So that means you're going to be seeing a lot more emails from the BSWC than you typically would. And by a lot, I mean maybe by an increase in one more piece of news every week, because there are things that, you know, sometimes we do it before the newsletter goes out. Oh no. And there are other things. Oh, good grief. You're getting a glimpse of my life. And then there are other things that will come out right after I put the newsletter out. And those things, you know, are out of our control. Ah, amazing. Those things are out of our control. What did you just see back there? Okay, whatever boxes, whatever, it's my life. Those things are out of our control. So we want to make sure that you are able to keep up with everything that we're doing, because sometimes if you go to the website, it looks like we're not doing anything. But in theory, we are doing a lot of work, and we have been doing a lot of work since pre-COVID all the way up until like today. All right. And one of those things that we did was that I was able to speak. Oh, where is it? Oh my God. Where is it? Let me find it for you. Okay, I gotta put you on pause. All right, I knew the acronym. I didn't know the whole thing. So today I was speaking on behalf of the Black Sex Worker Collective for the International Intersectional Health Collaboration Summit, also known as IHCS. So I was there with a bunch of other groups speaking at the summit, but we were speaking on a panel called Voices from the POC, sex worker, and transgender community of COVID-19 impact. So I was speaking on that panel, and we spoke about all the different things that's been happening, from access to healthcare, access to money, what the community has been needing during COVID-19, what have we seen, and we spoke about those experiences. Now, not to fair, I know that you missed it because you were not following us on social media where it was posted, and it also was not posted on the website or put out into the newsletter early enough. But it has been recorded, and if I'm not mistaken, we're going to be able to have it for public, to give out to the public. So stay tuned, look at the site, look at your email. You'll be getting a little bit more emails again. Don't forget, don't block us, don't remove yourself from the list. You're going to be getting a little bit more emails, and that's going to be in the email. So look out for that, so then you can, you know, you can rewatch and see what we spoke about there, what I spoke about there. Let's see. Let's go into the next thing. Yes. The most beautiful thing is going to be happening. On Monday, October 19th, myself and other BSWC coalition members are doing our own panel. We're going to do some stuff to tell you about the recommendations for the UPR, Universal Periodic Review, which was supposed to take place in March in Geneva, Switzerland, but COVID-19 killed that noise. So join Penelope Saunders of BPPP, Monica Jones of the Outlaw Project, Chris Sardina of Desiree Alliance, and the members of the BSWC and New Jersey Red Umbrella Alliance, where we speak about, to learn about recommendations our communities would like to see made by the international community when the U.S. is held accountable by the United Nations on November 9th, 2020. So the time for that thing will be 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and it's titled Intersectionality of Sex Worker Rights, Trans Rights, and the UPR Questions Can Be Asked During the Event Using the Chat. So if you are following us on Instagram, there is a link there to be able to sign up for the event, and the form will close at 8 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. So again, follow us on Instagram at the BSWC. This is going to be put into the our link tree, so you'll be able to follow it and sign up there. So make sure that you do that and be there. I won't be there in the flesh, so you won't be able to ask me questions in real time because I'm going to have a big doctor appointment coming up. But I will record my session, which is talking about, you know, money and access to money and, you know, who's allowed to make money. Remember that title? So don't forget that that's October 19th. Moving right into it because I don't want to bore you. October 20th. BSWC member Z, who is here in Berlin, is going to be doing a takeover of Playout NYC's account. Exciting, exciting, exciting. So follow Playout NYC and you'll be able to reshare, retweet, redo all of these things that BSWC member Z will be posting. Thank you so much, Playout NYC, for this opportunity. We also want to take this moment to invite other groups to, this is a great way to help us raise awareness and to also help us raise money. So if you've got a page or anything and you want BSWC to take over, shoot us an email through the website and tell us about this. But there is one important factor. You have to remember that doing this kind of takeover is sometimes a lot of work. So please, if you are able to, offer some money, because it's really a lot of work, a lot of labor that has to go into this, a lot of thought, and definitely people need to be getting paid for their time. So thank you to Playout NYC. Anybody else who is interested, feel free to reach out and let us know how we can support each other with that. So especially if you're not a sex worker-led space and you want to highlight sex worker issues, this is a good way to do it. A takeover is like the new way to like help raise awareness and help raise money to these grassroots groups. Let's see, where else are we? I know that you know that we've been kind of MIA. We've kind of been like kind of active, but not so much, because we still have like not a lot of members, although we do have members here in Europe as well as in the States. But we've still been doing a lot of work. So there's a lot of things still going on. We have been applying for grants because, as I said, we need to be able to make money doing this. This is a big thing within this community. A lot of us have not really accepted that workers' rights is something that is also important for the sex worker community. So we still are in that mindset that we have to work ourselves to death and not get paid for it. See, I'm not about that life. Let's just be clear. I love doing this work. This is my life's work. I was born to do this work. However, I want to get paid for it because I love paying bills. I love having nice things. I love being able to support community members, my friends, my family, and so on. So I am not in the business of working for free. So we have been applying for grants to be able to pay people salaries or nice healthy stipends to do what they are experts in. And that's a very important narrative that I would love for us to change within the grassroots movements. Granted, a lot of this work is thankless and we don't get paid nearly enough, if ever, to do this. But I want us to get into the habit of knowing that we deserve to be paid for this labor. It is labor, and we can be both passionate about it and make a decent living at the same time. You know what I mean? What? Amazing, right? Mind-blowing information. So we've been applying for grants because we need to make a bit more money to be able to offer more money to the community. I mean, look, we've been doing that work. I think I'm at the end of my goddamn spending spree. We've been giving out a lot of money to people. Thanks to you and your wonderful donations, and thanks to the wonderful donors that have sustained us and helped us over the years. So we've definitely been still doing that work, and hopefully we'll get some more money, and we'll let you know if we get any more shmoney. And if we get any more shmoney, that's more shmoney to go out to the community and, you know, help people have their basic needs being met. And it's crazy that we live in this environment, in this world, where having your basic needs being met, you know, is like radical. Like it's a radical act to do. But whatever, somebody's got to do it. When I was a little baby sex worker coming up in my 30s, even in my teens, you know, if there was more of this community building, there's a lot of things that would have been different about my life, which is why I started the collective to begin with, because I know that a lot of the things I endured, I would not have endured it if we had just a bit more community love and finances going around, and emotional and psychological support. So this is a big reason why it was started, and I want to keep going in that vein, you know, with that message, with that fire. Where is your fire? Where is your fire? Fire is still within me, but I still want to get paid for having that goddamn fire, because you know what? If I don't get paid for my fire, I might lose it. It might dim. Water might come and pour itself upon me and kill my fire. And I might go do some stupid shit like go work in mainstream employment. And trust me, you do not want that. You don't want that, because I'm a really bad employee. Okay, so let me just do this thing here, which I'm really good at and I really love. Don't kill my fire. Live, 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 live. Okay. All right. So next item up that we've also been doing. We've been doing monthly coalition building. We just started doing this. It comes every 2 weeks, every other Sunday. So not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, there will be our second coalition building meeting where we get together with other groups and we talk about what other groups are doing, what's popping, what you working on, all that. Yo, y'all, I'm actually really tired right now, but I have no time to go to bed, and I'm going to drink late night coffee, but I'm actually really tired, which is why I'm starting to talk like this. But, you know, we get together with other groups and we try to make our messages stronger. We come together to put up the good fight. Trying to work with another group right now, which is also in Berlin, where it's time to decriminalize sex work, you know, everywhere. Why? Thank you to the people in India who finally said it is true. A woman's body is her goddamn business. So if we're it is now determined that we are in the informal work sector. Fantastic. And that's right. That's damn right. So our body is our business. So why not decriminalize sex work everywhere? It should be fully decriminalized. Immigrants should be able to come in and work without all this drama, without being set up by the cops and everything and being told, oh, you can't make money on our land, you know. But these are the things that we're fighting for. So let's try to decriminalize sex work everywhere, as well as whatever else your group might be working on. So if you want to be a part of this monthly coalition building and you want to be on the agenda, come through, send us an email through the website or email directly info@thebswc.org and say, hey, Kinos, I want to be a part of this monthly coalition building. Can you give me the information to be a part of it? Tell me about what your group is doing, what you're working on. Maybe you're not working on anything. Maybe you just want to come through and hear what's up so you can figure out how you can support us and these other groups. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm so tired. Okay, because for some reason I will not do this shit in the daytime. I'm always recording this video in the middle of the night. I'm in face in the middle of the night. But the reason for that was because I was at the summit earlier. So I was like, I'm in face, so let me just do it. So yeah, definitely come to the bi-monthly coalition building. Come through and tell us what's good with you. Additionally, if you are a current or former sex worker, trust and believe that we are still doing our monthly support meeting. So current or former Black sex workers, come to that meeting. You get paid $25. Like the first 10 people, because we got to keep a cap on that shit. The first 10 people, you know, you come through, you talk, you say what's good, say hi, hey, this is who I am, you know, this is what I'm going through, and you know, you might offer support to somebody else, ideas to somebody else, and just talk about what's going on with the business and everything. It's done on Jitsi. But shoot us an email and say, hey, Kinos. Actually, it's called Black Chat at the BSWC. .org. So come through to the Black Chat, because that's what it's called, our Black Chat, for current and former sex workers who just want to, you know, have a little chill time, a little downtime to speak to your peers. Meeting lasts about 2 hours or however long we feel like running our jaws. All right, let's see. What else have I got here on the list? You know, I've gotten a couple of messages asking, do you accept regular donations? Weird ass question. I'm like, what? I'm looking at like, what is that? But that's my bin of books there. So this is not trash. That's my bin of books. It's like, well, that's a weird question. Do we take regular donations? Yes, we do. We take donations all the time, all year round, no matter how big, no matter how small. Just give us your money so we can continue to do this work. We love doing this work. This work is very important, not just for sex workers, but for people who are in labor, work, people who perform labor, people who are at the margins, people who are disabled, people who are trans, you know, people with children. The list goes on. Blah, 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 blah. I can go on and on about this. So yes, we do take regular donations any time of day, any day of the week. And speaking of donations, I want to tell you all to close out this wonderful chat that thank you so much for attending the July 22nd fundraiser, Who's Allowed to Make Money. We raised match money, not a lot of shmoney, but match money. We could have earned a bit more, but you know, I mean, Gaga did shout us out. FK Twigs did shout us out. But, you know, we know a lot more could have come in, but that's just how it is. But we did earn, I think, $40,000 with the event. And then we already had like another like 10,000 in separate donations that came in. And then we had like another 20,000 that BSWC already had. So that's how the total of 60,000 came to be. We've given out a lot of money since then to community members, primarily trying to stay in housing. So a lot of things, pretty much, I would say pretty much all of the money that went out to community members was about staying in housing. So we have a lot of people who are brink of homelessness or actually being homeless, and we supported them in trying to keep them in their housing situation. And we will continue to do so as long as we have funds to distribute. So with that said, you know, you came to the event and a lot of you bought t-shirts. A lot of you didn't get your t-shirts. So I want to make sure that I say this to you just in case that you missed the e-blast that I put out to a lot of the people that were on the t-shirt list. Some of it is our fault why the t-shirts weren't sent out. Other things were out of our control. At this point, we should have had a store set up. But no lie, when we tried to set up the store and put the banking information in, would not go through. When we emailed for tech support, it took a month for them to respond to us. I'm not kidding. And then on top of that, it still didn't work with their shitty advice on how to fix the issue. So hopefully we will be able to have that up and running before the holidays start coming through, and you'll be able to do a print on demand shirt if you'd like to have a shirt or a new shirt in the future. Because there's a lot of stuff that we have that I still want to put up in our store, but guess what? I think it was with Teespring. I can't remember who it was with. It just wasn't working. So, yeah, so anyway, we apologize for that, but I am working on it with our volunteer to get these shirts out to people. We have a whole new run of shirts that have to go through, because part of what happened as well was that we ended up running out of shirts. Like, y'all really came through and bought the merch, and we appreciate the hell out of you. So I don't want to like disappoint y'all and make y'all think, oh, BSWC took our money and Akinos, what are you doing over there? I don't want y'all to do that shit. Don't start doing that with Akinos. I just want y'all to know we are on top of it. We're taking care of it, and we got you, baby. We got you. All right. There was something else I wanted to say, but I don't remember. So whatever. Anyway, I'm going to just like wrap this up, slap a little sticker on it, so you can totally share it. And oh my God, all of this is not going to be able to fit on the Instagram because it's too long, but it will be on the YouTube. So subscribe to our YouTube. I know there's not a lot on there, but my God, subscribe because, oh, last thing I want to tell you, we're working on something really juicy. I'm very excited about it. I'm not going to give you any details, but all I know is you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that when the first thing pops off, you'll be like, I was there at the beginning when they did this shit. It's going to be so rad, so radical, so feminist, so black. Pow, 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 pow. I'm really excited for it. Really, I truly am. All right, so people, I'm tired. I have another video I got to record, and I need to drink some coffee, which means I ain't never going to sleep. Never, ever, ever going to sleep. And I've got things to do tomorrow. I've got to go party with my friends, and I've got to go do my paper, which is due on Wednesday. So wish me luck at my doctor's appointment. Major dental work going to be happening. And I will see you all next month. Expect a mid-month video. It is mid-month, whatever. Expect a mid-month video that's going to be coming out starring another BSWC member. Thanks for being a part of our crew, our community. Tell your friends. Remember, the season of giving is approaching. And give to the hoes, because, baby, if you don't give, who gonna give? How we gonna do this? How you gonna know what's supposed to be happening in the world if the hoes can't put out the message. Thank you so much. It's me, MF Aquinos. See you on the interwebs.